Hey guys, I'm hoping you have watched my last video, and this is more for a follow-up because I feel that there wasn't enough information about actually what I do and who I am. A girl on Periscope, one of the earliest followers, asked me what was my turning point on my journey, and I think that it's very important for me to share this with you to give a foundation of my background for the future and present that I'm in now, in a more of awakened state of my surroundings and who I am and what my purpose and passion is in this life. So, since the early years, I've had a dislike for hierarchical situations that didn't make sense. I don't mind hierarchy, but I have to understand and ask why. And if somebody can't give me this answer, that's when I will start becoming curious and question the system, which I've done with religion and with the education system. I've managed in Australia after I moved here to work my way up, and I joined the University of Western Australia studying commerce, marketing and management. But I didn't really feel that I was learning how to be myself commercial, but rather so to be a good employee for a commercial company. That is why I decided, with the help of my mom, to go travel around Southeast Asia, where I've met a lot of entrepreneurs, inspirational people, especially a lot of rather poor people, but who have this inner happiness, which showed me that money does not automatically generate happiness, but rather so it's having a purpose or passion and the desire and drive to go for it. Coming back to Australia with that sort of hunger and lust for travel and knowledge, and being in the moment where the whole entrepreneurialism flared up, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So I've then looked at studying entrepreneurial studies, which I've done at UWA. But again, it wasn't enough. I worked at retail, I worked for Louis Vuitton at the time, but I didn't want to work for a company, rather so I wanted to make my own company. Working as a model, this was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, going into the fashion industry. So I moved to Indonesia for 1.5 years, starting a fashion label and a jewelry label. But the longer I stayed there, the more miserable I got. I had actually a great girlfriend at the time. I was doing modeling. I had 2 companies. I worked for Louis Vuitton. I was studying at UWA, so everything was working out perfectly. But inside of me, I was still not happy, because since young I was looking for that question of who am I, what is my purpose, and why am I here? And I'm trying to make sense of everything that's going on here, so more like existential questions. However, after that, I realized that it's not going to work out in Indonesia. I gave up my 2 companies. I stopped modeling. I quit my job at Louis Vuitton. I took a break from uni and I ran to Europe for a last chance to give myself the opportunity to find myself and find those answers that I'm looking for to those questions that I have. In Europe, and I also went to Taiwan before that. I met inspirational people who always took me a step and gave me their hands and moved me along on my journey. In Taiwan, I've learned about generosity and kindness. In Berlin, I learned about being myself. In Prague, I learned about generosity and being humble. And in Italy, I've learned about being spontaneous and believing in yourself and having a passion for the art and the doing that you do, the craft. So that could be even if you're in banking or finance, you should be passionate about it, because you're competing against someone who is doing nothing else than waking up in the morning and reading journals about banking, for example. So you really have to be passionate about what you do. Which led me to still not feeling that I found it yet. So I came back to Australia rather frustrated. I had another business opportunity to go to Vietnam and sell human hair, because apparently that's like the black gold. However, I realized that was me making money off the poverty of other people, because if those ladies were having enough money, I assumed that they wouldn't sell their hair. So I decided not to do that, because at that stage I've already studied a lot about spirituality. I've studied a lot about karma and noticing how I feel about things, and I've realized that there was no blessing in exploitation of other people, obviously. But when I passed the opportunity, I was again lost. I didn't know now what I was going to do. I came back from Europe. The only opportunity now was to go back to uni, but again, I wasn't enjoying my studies. So what was I going to do? I kept looking and going into more depth of what I've already written out. On my whole journey of the last 7 intensive years of searching, my whole life has been like that. I was, as a young child, labeled as an indigo child, which is somebody who's very intuitive and wants to make the world a better place. There's a whole description about it, which I'm going to add in the description below, a link to it. But I was always shy to express that, because I wanted to fit in and I didn't want to get bullied. So in Europe, somebody awoke me again that I was indigo. And after reading all of that, I made more research and I really felt connected. So I didn't want to neglect that side of me. So I really had to find this answer as, who am I? What am I here for? How am I going to make this world a better place? I finally realized that I cannot enjoy life without finding these answers. I had a drive and a desire that was sucking life out of me. Without finding these answers, I couldn't be happy. I couldn't enjoy all the things that I had. I couldn't enjoy Bali. I couldn't enjoy my 2 companies. I couldn't enjoy working for a great company, Louis Vuitton. I couldn't enjoy being a model. I couldn't even enjoy my relationship partners. That's why I did a lot of mistakes in my life. After my near-death experience in Indonesia with a very bad motorbike accident, I realized that I can't go on like this. I can't be negative and just focus on money, focusing on my ego and enriching myself on the expense of others, just being selfish, trying to find the answers on my journey. I realized that life is a miracle, and although we might not know all the answers, we have to live a life that is worth living, because whilst we are alive, we actually have to be truly alive inside of ourselves, but also outside in the world. There's so many people out there right now who are alive physically, but are dead inside of themselves. I realized that finding the answer was the #1 priority. And to this date, I have found the answers. And that is what I want to share with you in the next video about the present moment and how I can help you to get to the state of being absolutely happy, finding a purpose and passion, and living in a more realized way, coming back to who you truly are. Anyway, tune in next video. I'm looking forward to see you then. Bye bye.
Falling for someone you've never known before.
Hey guys, I'm looking down. It's okay.
And I know this isn't right, but I'm hard over brain.
I don't know what to say, to be honest, at the beginning. So
tell me what you want, you can do with me all you like.
Sort of like where am I at? Just so, what's up? I posted a week last to find the miracle inside of us. Sure. So the question that I'm going to answer tonight, can't answer tonight. I don't even know when you're watching shit. It's not night either. So cut it off.